Welcome to One Big Question, where we explore the cosmos. Today, we journey to the most beautiful planet, the majestic Saturn. From a distance, this gas giant appears as a serene jewel, a symbol of perfection floating silently in the solar system. Its magnificent rings capture the sunlight, creating a halo of beauty that has mesmerized astronomers and dreamers for centuries on Earth. However, do not be fooled by this tranquil facade, for beneath the golden clouds lies a reality of absolute terror. We are about to strip away the beauty and expose the violent, chaotic forces that govern this massive planetary beast. Let us begin with the rings. From afar, they seem like smooth, solid sheets of matter, elegant and perfectly formed circles. But as we descend closer, that illusion of solidity completely vanishes, replaced by a field of debris stretching for miles. These are not solid roads, but a dense field of ice and rock, ranging from tiny grains to massive mountains. This is not a peaceful orbit, but a chaotic grinder, where particles collide continuously at speeds of thousands of kilometers. Imagine a never-ending avalanche suspended in space, where sharp ice shards slash through the void, destroying everything in their path. The speed is terrifying. These rocks are traveling faster than a bullet, turning this beautiful ring into a deadly weapon. Any spacecraft daring to fly through this dense region without protection would be instantly shredded by this cosmic meat grinder. The beauty we see from Earth is actually a graveyard of ice, a chaotic debris field born from violence and destruction. But where did this debris come from? Scientists believe these rings are the scene of a gruesome cosmic murder mystery. Eons ago, a moon wandered too close to the planet, getting caught in Saturn's immense and unforgiving gravitational pull. The gravity tore the moon apart, ripping it into billions of pieces, spreading its remains across the orbit forever. What we admire today as a majestic halo is actually the scattered corpse of a moon that died a violent death. Leaving the icy graveyard behind, we travel north, where an even stranger and more terrifying phenomenon awaits our arrival. At the very top of the world lies a geometric impossibility, a storm shaped like a perfect hexagon, defying logic. This structure is so colossal
scale of this structure,
that it could easily swallow four Earths inside its boundaries
planets
without running out of space. Winds here scream at hundreds of miles per hour, trapped in this six-sided prison by mysterious fluid dynamics we barely understand. At the dead center of this geometry sits a terrifying vortex, a hurricane eye that looks like a portal to hell. Scientists have described this central storm as a rose, but it is a flower made of violent winds and destruction. This storm has been raging for decades, perhaps centuries, a permanent scar on the face of this gas giant planet. But the hexagon is not the only monster here. Every 30 years, a beast wakes up from its deep slumber. They call it the Great White Spot, a planetary superstorm that erupts periodically to wreak havoc across the entire globe. Within weeks, this storm grows to encircle the entire planet, creating a band of turbulence that dwarfs our entire world. The lightning bolts generated here are 10,000 times more powerful than the strongest strikes ever recorded on our Earth. Imagine a thunderstorm that covers the entire Earth, firing bolts of energy capable of vaporizing entire cities in an instant. This is the violent heartbeat of Saturn, a cycle of energy release that reminds us of the planet's volatile nature. Eventually, the storm fades, but the atmosphere remains scarred, waiting for the next cycle to begin 30 years from now. Leaving the gas giant behind, we turn our attention to its children. The moons of Saturn are equally terrifying and fascinating. First, we approach Titan, the largest moon. It is shrouded in a thick orange smog that hides its surface secrets. Passing through the haze, we find a world that is hauntingly similar to Earth, yet completely alien in its chemistry. There are rivers, lakes, and rain here, but do not be deceived, for this is not water flowing across the land. It rains liquid methane and ethane, a nightmare world where the fuel for our stoves falls from the sky like water. Vast dunes stretch across the equator, but they are not made of sand. They are composed of dark, electrically charged plastic grains. Titan is a twisted reflection of our own planet, a toxic twin where the very air and ground are made of chemicals. Standing by a methane lake, you would freeze instantly, in temperatures dipping to minus 180 degrees Celsius. We must leave this toxic world behind to visit another moon, one that holds a completely different kind of secret. Behold Enceladus, a tiny glittering ball of pure white ice reflecting almost all the sunlight that strikes its frozen surface. It looks like a dead, frozen wasteland, but beneath this thick crust of ice, something miraculous is hiding from the vacuum. Deep below, there is a global ocean of liquid water, kept warm by the friction of Saturn's intense gravitational pull. At the South Pole, this ocean escapes. Massive geysers blast water vapor and ice miles into space with tremendous force. We have detected organic compounds in these plumes. The ingredients for life are spraying directly out of this tiny frozen moon. Could alien life be swimming in that dark, warm ocean right now? It is one of the most promising places to look. This system of rings and moons is a complex web of beauty, violence, potential life, and certain death all intertwined. We know these secrets thanks to a brave explorer, the Cassini spacecraft, which spent 13 years orbiting and studying this system. Cassini was our eyes and ears, sending back thousands of breathtaking images and gigabytes of data that changed our understanding forever. But in 2017, Cassini ran low on fuel. The mission team faced a difficult and emotional decision. To prevent contaminating the pristine moons of Enceladus and Titan with Earth bacteria, Cassini was ordered to commit suicide. It was a final act of sacrifice. The spacecraft was steered on a collision course directly into the planet it studied. As it plunged into the atmosphere, Cassini fought to keep its antenna pointed at Earth, transmitting data until the very end. It sampled the atmosphere for the first time, tasting the planet's chemistry before the heat and pressure tore it apart. In seconds, the spacecraft was vaporized, becoming a permanent part of the planet it had orbited for over a decade. Cassini is gone, but its legacy remains. It revealed that Saturn is not just a planet, but a dynamic solar system. From the violence of the rings to the potential life on Enceladus, we learned that beauty often hides a dangerous reality. The most haunting image Cassini left us was Saturn backlit by the sun, protecting a tiny pale blue dot in the distance. That tiny dot is us. Looking back at our own world from the orbit of a giant reminds us of our fragility. Saturn continues its violent dance. The rocks crash, the storms rage, and the moons drift in their cold, mysterious orbits. The hexagon spins on, a mathematical perfection driven by chaos, keeping its secrets locked away at the top of the world. Titan and Enceladus wait for our return. Perhaps one day we will send new explorers to dive into those alien oceans. Until then, Saturn remains a beacon in the dark, a reminder that the universe is far stranger than we can imagine. It challenges us to look closer, to question what we see, and to understand the forces that shape our cosmic neighborhood. The winds of Saturn will never stop blowing. Its storms will never cease. It is a world of eternal, majestic motion. Every now and then, a piece of the ring falls, a small reminder of the moon that died to create this beauty. We have seen the monster within the beauty, the chaos within the order, and the potential for life within the cold. Thank you for watching One Big Question. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the universe. The universe is full of wonders waiting to be discovered, and Saturn is just the beginning of our endless cosmic journey. Even in the empty gaps, there is hidden structure. Gravity sculpts this system with an invisible hand, creating order from chaos. Invisible magnetic field lines surround the planet, trapping radiation and creating a deadly environment for anything that ventures too close. These fields create massive auroras, light shows that dance at the poles, unseen by human eyes until we sent our probes. Like everything else on Saturn, these lights are gigantic, dwarfing the auroras we see on Earth in both size and power. The rings cast long, dark shadows across the planet's face, cooling the atmosphere and influencing the weather systems down below. Despite their width, the rings are paper thin. If Saturn were a building, the rings would be thinner than a sheet of paper. There is a gap between the rings and the planet, a zone of silence before the atmosphere begins its turbulent churning. Deep inside, pressures are so high that hydrogen turns into a metal, conducting electricity and generating the planet's powerful magnetic field. Saturn is still cooling down from its formation. It radiates twice as much heat into space as it receives from the sun. It is a failed star. If it had been bigger, it might have ignited and we would have had two suns. Instead, it remains the Lord of the Rings, a gas giant that balances delicate beauty with raw, destructive planetary power. Other moons have stories too. Mimas, with its giant crater, looks like a battle station, having survived a near-fatal impact. Iapetus is the two-faced moon. One side is bright as snow, the other dark as coal, a mystery of contrast. Hyperion is a chaotic sponge-like world. It tumbles unpredictably, meaning you would never know when the sun would rise or set. Dozens of smaller moons act as shepherds. Their gravity herds the ring particles, keeping the lanes clear and the structure intact. We can see them stealing material, creating waves and knots in the rings as they pass by, disrupting the perfect circles. Saturn sits almost billion miles from the sun. It is a cold, lonely realm where sunlight is feeble and weak. From here, the sun is just a bright star, yet Saturn manages to be the most visually stunning object in our sky. When Galileo first saw it, he was confused. He thought the planet had ears, unable to resolve the magnificent rings clearly. It took centuries of technological progress for us to finally understand the true nature of the companion that accompanies this planet. The Voyager probes gave us our first real taste, but they were just passing through, brief visitors in a vast system. Technology has allowed us to peel back the layers. What was once a blurry mystery is now a high-definition reality. Future missions are already being dreamed up. Imagine a submarine exploring the methane seas of Titan, searching for exotic alien life, or a probe designed to melt through the ice of Enceladus, swimming into the dark ocean to find what lives there. Until then, we can only watch from our backyard telescopes, marveling at the ringed wonder that wanders across our night sky. Saturn reminds us that the universe is not just empty space. It is filled with dynamic, evolving, and incredible physical processes. The hexagon will keep spinning. The rings will keep grinding. The storms will keep flashing. The show goes on without us. Every single particle in those rings tells a story of gravity, time, and the violent history of our solar system's formation. Together, they form a river of ice that has become the most recognizable icon of space exploration in human history. We have explored it from top to bottom, yet it still holds secrets, mysteries that will puzzle scientists for generations to come. Sometimes the numbers and data are not enough. Sometimes we must simply stop and admire the sheer grandeur of this world. Along with Jupiter, Saturn stands as a guardian of the outer solar system, a massive gravity well that influences everything around it. Some believe these giants act as shields, absorbing comets and asteroids that might otherwise threaten life on our own little planet. In its violence, there is protection. In its chaos, there is stability. Saturn plays a crucial role in our cosmic neighborhood, but nothing lasts forever. Scientists have discovered that the rings are dying. They are slowly raining down onto the planet's surface. In 100 million years, they may be gone completely. We are lucky to exist at the right time to see them. Imagine a future sky where Saturn is naked, stripped of its crown. It is a reminder to cherish the beauty we have. So let us appreciate this masterpiece of gravity and ice, a temporary beautiful accident that defines our view of the cosmos. From the hexagon to the hurricanes, from the plastic dunes of Titan to the hidden oceans, Saturn is a world of wonders. As we pull away, let the image of this ringed giant stay with you, a reminder of the scale of our universe. There are billions of other worlds out there, but none in our neighborhood can compare to the splendor of the ringed planet. If you enjoyed this journey to Saturn, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep cosmic explorations. Which moon would you visit if you could? The toxic dunes of Titan or the icy geysers of Enceladus? Let us know. Thank you for watching One Big Question. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the mysteries of the universe.